It is not inconceivable, indeed, it is likely, that Rafael Nadal will finish his career with more French Open titles than Novak Djokovic has majors, and he should take the aggregation to 11 on Sunday, regardless of the quality of his opponent, Dominic Thiem. The 24-year-old Austrian, widely considered the second-best player on clay right now, has a decent record against Nadal and, for the second year in a row, he is the only player to have beaten the Spaniard on clay coming into Roland Garros, after snapping his run of 50 sets in a row when they met in the quarter-finals in Madrid last month. That streak began after Thiem beat him in Rome last year. They have only ever played each other on clay. Nadal has won 6 of those, 2 in finals in straight sets, and in both of their matches here, in the second round in 2014 and the semi-finals last year. So, if a player as good as Thiem is on clay is still struggling for parity with Nadal, and there is no other obvious contender to trouble him, his path to at least 13 or 14 French titles would seem to be one covered in rose petals, if he stays healthy. Robin Soderling, one of 2 players to beat him at Roland Garros, alongside Djokovic, made that call earlier in the week, and he should know. Can Djokovic, idling with 12 majors, get back on the board? Perhaps. But he has not won a Grand Slam since he beat Andy Murray here 2 years ago. Although he came to life again in this tournament, he lost to the man from nowhere, Marco Cecchinato, ranked 72 in the world, in a 22-minute tiebreak that catapulted the Italian into the semi-finals, where he ran out of steam against Thiem on Friday. The Serb has a deal of work to do to get back to the stratospheric levels he reached before his right elbow gave up on him so spectacularly last year. There was cause for concern, also, when Nadal quit with a leg injury in the 5th set of his quarterfinal against Marin Cilic at the Australian Open this year, heightened when he then withdrew from hardcourt tournaments in Acapulco, Indian Wells and Miami, but he has blossomed on the red dirt of Europe. Monte Carlo, Barcelona and Rome fell at his feet again, with just that single blip in Madrid. It was a significant victory for Thiem, who will use it to fuel his self-belief in the face of considerable odds. If he is looking for further inspiration, it is there on his doorstep, in the form of a man regarded as the first king of clay. As odd as it seems, Thiem played one match against Thomas Muster, who won the title here in 1995 when in his pomp. In 2011, Thiem beat his esteemed compatriot 6-2, 6-3, in just over an hour on the indoor hardcourt of Vienna and still had to work hard to handle the heavy left-handed serve of the former world number 1. It must have been eerie looking at a mirror image of himself, with his single-handed backhand, and he spoke briefly about Muster's influence on his career after his win over Cecchinato. He sends a message to my physio, because they work together. We have a special relationship because of that match. It is the last ATP match of his second career, returning after a freak roadside accident in Miami in 1989. We see each other every year in Vienna. He's a role model for every Austrian tennis player. He's the biggest in our sport. Thiem's right arm can be lethal when properly grooved, and he is comfortable giving full vent to his power on the backhand side, much in the manner of the absent Stan Wawrinka, who shocked court Philippe Chatrier when he exploded after a poor start to blow Djokovic away in the 2015 final. This is an unlikely scenario on Sunday. Although there have been slivers of hope for Nadal's rivals in a couple of his matches, dropping the first set against Diego Schwartzman in the quarters, after having to fight hard to get rid of Maximilian Martyrer in the previous round. But those were illusory. He has never lost a final here, and he probably never will. Rafael Dominic Nadal 6-3 Thiem 1 rank 832 age 24 Spain birthplace Austria 6 feet 1 inch. Height 6 feet 1 inch. Left-handed, plays right-handed, two-handed backhand, one-handed 2001 turn pro 2011 and 23 halves YTD1, lost 29/8 3 YTD titles 2 and 896 187th career with L200 117th 78 career titles 10 career $98,001,598 prize money. $11,093,101 Event breakdown. All outdoor clay. Your event winner 2018 ATP World Tour Madrid. Theme 2018 ATP World Tour Monte Carlo. Nadal 2017 Roland Garros. Nadal 2017 ATP World Tour Rome. Theme 2017 ATP World Tour Madrid. Nadal 2017 Barcelona. Nadal 2016 ATP World Tour Monte Carlo. Nadal 2016 Buenos Aires. Theme 2014 Roland Garros. Nadal Men's Final. ITV and Eurosport 1, 1:30 p.m.